Howdy folks, and welcome back to another episode of World of Tanks with General Ducky. Today I have for you the FV207. I'm playing this tank trying to get to the tier 9, and I spawned on Airfield, East Spawn. Now at the time, this was during the 4th of July weekend, so not too spectacular of teams, but I managed to have this battle in the process. Now, the FV207 is a massive, slow turd. The tank itself is not great. I don't like the tank the gun is put on. But I like the gun a lot. HE, 90 pen, 1,250 average damage, and 3.5 meters of splash. The AP shells in this tank have 258 pen, and 750 average damage. I've tried using the AP shells before, but unfortunately they tend to take off tracks, bounce, or just completely miss. So I just use the HE shells. Now you'll notice I'm going up to about B90. I could have gone down here with my other platoon mates, which I created after the battle had started, because I'm going for the, at the time there was a platoon mission where you have to get 10,000 experience to get a ticket for some free stuff, I forget what. Either way, I'm going to set up over here and attempt to help my heavy tanks. In the end, this was a good strategy because it allowed our artillery to open up us, have multiple different angles to shoot the enemy at. Oh, I gotta shoot at that mouse. You can't not shoot at a mouse. And plus, look at him. He's a blue player. So our platoon starts going to work on him. Just a plethora of heavy tanks in there. And the gun has a 28.5 second reload, which isn't too bad. Aiming in on the T-54. But, I don't know. I feel like 1250 average should be able to do more. It does, however, hit harder than the Lorraine 155-51. And the only reason I'd choose the Lorraine over this tank is because, honestly, I miss the mobility. As I said in the beginning, this is just a giant turd. The poor mouse. He doesn't have a good battle this match. Oh. I forgot to move. And look. SU-14-2 picked on me. He's a green player. Which means this battle I'm going to spend the entire thing just constantly moving. After I shoot at least. Just wanted to see if I do any damage to him. Relocate. Basically, when you're trying to avoid being counter-artied, all you have to do is shoot, and then move far enough that you think where you shot from is far enough away from any splash damage you could possibly take. Aiming in on the mouse again. I didn't want to take the blind shot. Ooh, I lit him on fire. See, there's the arty going for me again. Aiming in on the Oho. That's a nice target. It's like a mouse, but a tier 8. But I like picking on the mouse. I hit him. I don't know what I did to him, but I hit him. This match I particularly pick on the tier 10s quite a bit. Now you can see I hit him for about 300. Aiming in, but he's using that bush rather effectively. And our 212A that I'm platooned with does a very nice job and takes out that 704. Oh yeah, look at him backing up. Oh. Plop. Oh, the poor guy. He never stood a chance. I'll talk more about how much damage I did to him and how much damage he did that match, because I don't think he had that fantastic of a round. Could have been a hell of a lot better. At this point, the score is 7-4, and we're about even in hit points. I still think we could lose this, honestly. Aiming in on the bat chat. I lose him, and now I aim in on the E50. And that shell was never gonna hit. Eight to 6, we're still winning on kills, but we're not that far ahead on hit points. They still have some decent players left. There he comes. I don't wait to see if I even hit him. But that E50 should spot him. Oh, looks like I did. I must have splashed him for about 200. The ISU. He's a good player. I gotta take him out, so I'm aiming in. Ooh, bad chat art. And he thinks he's safe behind there, but I have very little of a shell. But it's just enough. You can see I took the RNG was on my side there. 90% of the time that shell would have hit either shot out behind him or hit the rock in front of him. But I like to play the odds, because if you never play the odds, then you never have amazing shots. Yeah, most of the time I'll miss most of my shells, but when I finally do hit, I have the amazing rolls. And the amazing lucky shells, because I always take them. I'm aiming in on the ISU, but I'm letting the Waffle try and take him out. Waffle misses, unfortunately. I probably should have, but I'd take him out in the end. I probably should have taken the shot. In retrospect, I really should have. But now it's looking like we could easily lose this if we don't try. Aiming in on that bat chat. He needs to die badly. He takes him out. Now it's our E50 versus their E50M and their Patton KR. That shell unfortunately hits the ridge and behind him. And at this point I realize I'm too far away from the battle. My shells aren't all that accurate. So I pull forward and I forget about my reload. And I just go full on charge. You need to get closer in order to make your shells more accurate. No sense in being very far away from the battle and missing every shell. That A50's doing rather decent. But, oh, he takes out the Patton KR. Now he just needs help with this E50. One of our already tracks him, taking off, making him an easy one-shot for our E50, and the other already takes him out. This battle, it really shows that even during the worst of times, you can still have amazing teams. It's all about teamwork. I mean, look at this. All three of us artillery platooned after the battle had started. And look at this. I mean, between the three of us, we have 7 kills. The E50 has 3. Between us 4 tanks, I mean, honestly, we've killed 10 tanks between us 4. Soon to kill 11, actually. Yep, there he is. I aim in the shell, I take it just in case. And our GW Tiger P takes him out. One disappointing fact about that battle is if our 212A had been lucky enough to get one more kill, just one more kill, we would have had brothers in arms from a random battle platoon match during a 5x weekend over 4th of July weekend. That match, this is inaccurate because I took a lot of snapshots, or invisible shots, so let's see what I actually did. That was my first ace tanker in the FV207, and I didn't receive a whole bunch of medals with that, just a bruiser. But I was second for damage, and second for experience on either team. I fired 13 shells, hit 8, penned 8, splashed 2, did well over 3,000 damage. I damaged 5 enemy tanks and killed 3. Profited almost 20,000 experience, or silver, my bad. And with that being a 5x, I made just under 7,300 experience. Thank you all for watching. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. My goal is to reach 100 subscribers, and I would really appreciate it if you guys would share this video or my channel with your friends. It would really help me out a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. As the channel grows, I'll start doing more episodes, and I'll start doing playlists. Another thing I'm thinking about doing soon is maybe previewing upcoming patches on the test server. Thank you all for watching. Happy battles.